evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is T-Jazz of T-Jazz Art and Comics, and this is Thursday Night News. We have a couple stuff happening today and happening very soon. So this caught my attention because once again, our favorite credit card-debit card company, Mastercard, is back in damage control. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Mastercard has been blocking anyone from purchasing any specific video game, anime, manga, you name it. Anything that they say is icky content or problematic content. But as we know, when you ban something, they always start with the lowest hanging fruit, and then they go from there. Well, this tweet caught my attention because they made a damage control statement and they got community noted. So let's look at the statement, shall we? The statement reads, clarifying recent headlines on gaming content. Mastercard has not evaluated any game or required restrictions of any activity on game creator sites and platforms contrary to media reports and allegations. Our payment network follows standards based on the rule of law. Put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the time, we require merchants to have appropriate controls to ensure Mastercards cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including illegal adult content. But then, lo and behold, this beautiful community note reads as, quote, both Steam and itch have stated their removal of adult content came from pressure by payment processors, including Mastercard. Furthermore, Mastercard and other payment processors have a documented history of refusing evidence to Japanese retailers over legal adult content. Ain't that funny, Mastercard? Isn't that funny? When you try to lie on X and you get community noted. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know about you guys, but I love community notes for this reason. So that way you are aware that when corporate companies do this nonsense, you know the truth right here. And they can run all they want, and they're going to keep trying, but it's just going to crash and burn more gloriously. And speaking of crashing and burning, now this one's interesting. So this happened, I believe, either Tuesday or yesterday. I wasn't aware of this, but apparently somebody created an AI voiceover of Yugi, and we're talking Dan Green, my favorite voice actor. And allegedly, it made Yugi say like go MAGA or go like America or something. I didn't see this floating around. I just heard about it 2 days ago. So this is what they had to say for the announcement, because we all know Konami just does not want to crash and burn. Anime Yu-Gi-Oh! White House Video original creator and anime staff have no involvement whatsoever. It started that a post being used without a rights holder's permission has been confirmed. The original creator and anime staff have no involvement whatsoever, and there is no fact of permission being granted for use of the said intellectual property. Which means Japan is like, yeah, can you not use our stuff for political reasons? Thankfully, so far, Konami has not pulled the Nintendo route and tried to sue the White House, but I digress. I just thought it was funny. And I thought both Dan Green and Konami handled it very, very well. They, just said, hey, this is, not what I said. And I'm sure from now on, Dan Green, I hope, will start copywriting his own voice as well as his face, because with the age of AI, it's only going to get worse before it gets better, right? But on some good news, if you guys are going to Megacon next weekend, this lovely voice actor right here, who voices the main lead in Solo Leveling, will be there. So, we got at the Megacon this week, we got Johnny Young Bosch, Carl Beard, I don't know. Is it true? Is it true? Justin Bieber, Alex, and all these guys are going to be at MegaCon Orlando, which is coming up this weekend, March 19th through the 22nd. You don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a big, big powerhouse in the anime department. And I meant next weekend, not this weekend. Excuse me for that. And now, finally, now this is something I almost forgot about. So, let's go up top here. For those of you who don't know, Anime Japan is at the end of March. And it is alleged that Cygames, and if you don't know who Cygames is, they are the studio that brought you Uma Musume, the movie that just came out recently, The Summer Her Curry Died, and many other successful animes, are going to be at this expo. Now, that can hopefully, and this is a rumor, it's not alleged, there's been no confirmation, but I do have certain high hopes that a certain manga, if you will be announced as an anime. And what would that be? This one right here. I'm hoping. I'm hoping, but I can't confirm anything. But our main man's Kagurabachi Brazil is keeping an eye out on this. And if you don't know who he is, I would highly recommend you go check out his page. Everything Kagurabachi, this man is all over. Okay? This was pulled up from when Kagurabachi first came out. So this was from 2 years ago. And it was at number 7 for mangas we want to see animated, and it reached number 1 at this time. So, and as you guys know, if you are shonen fans, the requirements to have an anime usually are you must have 100 chapters and you must not be X'd. With being X'd the most important part. So, we can confirm that Cygames Pictures, or Psy Pictures, does have Kagurabachi. But will Kagurabachi be summoned to the masses at the end of this month? I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm not getting my hopes up because there have been many times where we thought we were going to get an anime announcement, such as last summer, and we didn't even get an announcement for anything else. We only got the announcement for The Summer Hikuri Died, which was unfortunate, but I've seen parts of Summer Hikuri Died, and let me tell you, they do really, really cool stuff there. If you have not seen it, and you like that sci-fi horror type of anime, I would recommend it. It's not my cup of tea, but the way that they animated the Japanese like ghosts, that was really cool. Um, and the way that they've done their ending, their closer, is really, really cool as well. But we shall see. I would like to, but we're going to find out March 28th and March 29th, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all I got for you for tonight. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way anytime I post a video, you'll be the first to see it. And let me know in the comments, do you think Kagurabachi will finally be announced? Are you gonna go to Megacon? And more importantly, do you love to see Mastercard crash and burn? Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week.